Alrighty guys, welcome back to some more Trails Beyond the Horizon. Last episode, the crew made it here to the city of Anchorville, the place where Judith and the Grim Cats all live and grew up. And after we got a little acquainted with the shop we're going to be staying in, we took a little stroll around the city, collecting some 4SPGs, viewing some connection events, and gathering some new items. And so, in this episode, it's time to solve some of the problems that the people of Anchorville are having. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and I'll make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So I do want to quickly say that there are a lot of forced PGs here. Like, a lot of these around this area are required to be done. Pretty much, I think 3 of the 4 are required to be done. But we do have this one right here, which is completely optional. This should be Nathan. This is the only optional 4SPG, so let's go ahead and just get this done. Get this one done with first. Now where did my treasure go? If it's not around here, sounds like he's searching for something. Could be a 4SPG issue. We might as well ask him what's up. Yo, you lose something? Yes, actually. I collect merchandise from the entertainment industry, you see? Stuff like valuable snapshots of actors and actresses. I'm missing 3 photos specifically. 1 snapshot of each generation of the Lancer family. Another one of my fans. My family's, I guess. Or so it would seem. If you find them, would you please bring them back to me? That's not really a lot of information to go on. Do you remember where you lost them, or whether or not you lost anything else with them? Right. I realized they were gone this morning, so I probably lost them sometime last night. Actually, now that I think about it, I had slipped them inside of a Lancer family magazine while I was out and about. When I woke up this morning, I realized the whole book was gone, and... Hold on a minute. Remember last night I was out drinking at the hotel bar, and I showed my friend the magazine and the photos. Do you think I might have left them behind? As far as I can tell, he probably got drunk and left his stuff at the bar. The fact that he's only remembering this now speaks to the amount of alcohol he must have had last night. In that case, you might want to swing by and take a look. Alright, we'll go check out the bar for you. Really? Thank you so much. I'll keep looking around elsewhere in the meantime. Wait a sec, that girl with you... Huh? Me? What's up? Could you please not look at me like that? My apologies, you just seemed so familiar. Anyway, I appreciate you going out of your way for me. Thanks.
Let's get this party started.
And it is a topic quest, the Phantom Snapshot. So we're going to go ahead and head to the hotel. Since this is a brand new area, the first new area we visited this game, I'm not exactly going to know where we need to go, just right off the top of my head, unlike pretty much every other location we've been to, which we've been to multiple times now. We'll go ahead and head down here and use the topic on him. Oh yes, there was a customer showing off his magazine and talking about that sort of thing. I remember him forgetting the magazine, but I didn't see any photos slipped inside of it. Magazine was here, but not the photos? If he left the magazine here, then at least we know he couldn't have dropped the photos on the way home. In that case, it's possible one of the other customers took them. Now that you mention it, I believe one of our part-timers thought it belonged to the bar. He's not working today, as you can tell. He can be quite careless. I feel like I remember him saying something like, "You can each take one." Maybe? Whoa, hold on. Are you telling me this guy just gave them away to other customers? That goes way beyond just being careless. This is turning to be a real pain. Sorry, sir. You get in touch with that part-timer and ask him which customers took the photos? Of course, one could say that it is our responsibility. I'll check with him. Wagner got in touch with the part-timer via T-phone and asked him about how he gave away the photos. As I suspected, he ended up giving them away. On behalf of the entire bar, I'd like to apologize. Fortunately, he remembered all 4 customers who took the photos. Huh? Our client said there were 3 photos. Could he miscounted? Or maybe there was another photo unrelated to the Lancers. Let's hit up all 4 people for a start. So, what sort of people were they? I have a name for one of them. Goldman is actually staying at this very hotel. The second person is a tourist who came off as a little seedy. Said he was going home to the capital via bus today. The third person is a quiet younger man wearing glasses. Apparently he said he likes movies. And finally, the last individual is a chatty young woman who enjoys gossip. Judging by her manner, the part-timer said she would probably be hanging out at a cafe or a bar, maybe even a food stall. Gotcha. If we don't see anybody fitting the descriptions, we'll make sure to hit them up. So, now we need to go to the 4 different NPCs and use the new topic on them. Starting up here, we can talk to Goldman.
Pardon me.
Huh? The thing I got from the bar yesterday. Bartender said it'd probably be okay if I took it with me. I'm so sorry. I almost ran off with someone else's possession. Is that Dominique? Ah, so he's the guy. He totally digs her. So yeah, the original owner would love it back. We'd be happy to take it back to them, if that's fine with you. Honestly, I'm a little irritated that that part-time bartender got me wrapped up in all of this. But alright, I wish I didn't have to, but I'll give it back. Really, I wish I didn't have to. When that man told me I could take it, I never imagined this would happen. He really doesn't want to give it back, does he? I guess it makes sense. If my mom charmed him, he wouldn't be able to help himself. Just goes to show the draw she has on others. Let's just leave him be. Located Chloe's photo. Next, we'll go ahead and leave this area. And you can see we have the next one over here. It's going to be near the southwestern exit. So we'll go ahead and just head over this way. And speak to the questionable tourist.
Got something to ask you.
Huh, now they're saying it was a mistake? What a pain. But it's not like I got any use for it. Here, you take it. But that's Dominique. This is a photo of Grammy. It even looks like it's the real deal. You mean it's not a reproduction? It must be quite valuable. Yeah, I bet it'd fetch a hefty price. Were you planning on selling it? Huh? Like hell I'd sell it. I'll have you know, my grandmother and I are huge fans of Dominique Lanster. She's always been a huge fan. Even took me to see one of Dominique's concerts when I was little. My parents are always busy, so she was the one who looked after me and taught me everything there is to know. That includes all there is to know about Dominique. Didn't expect this guy to be such a grandma's boy. So, what you're saying is you'd never sell it. Makes sense to me. That being said, the original owner really wants it back. Fine. As much as I don't want to let go of it, here, take it. I only took it because the guy said I could, and because it reminded me of a photo my grandmother had. You told the original owner to take good care of it, alright? Sorry. You got me thinking about old times. We're, very sorry. Located Dominique's photo. Next, we can go ahead and head over to where the portal is. Didn't mean to swap. And then right here will be the person we're looking for, the rumor-loving woman.
Got something to ask you.
Get this. I got my hands on a super rare photo. Whoa, somebody's psyched. Is it really that great? You wouldn't believe it. What I got here is a spectral photo of the Grim Cat, Phantom Thief Extraordinaire. What? How? When? Man, I always figured it was just a matter of time, especially considering what a moron she is. How careless. But it's probably fine as long as no one saw the face, right? That begs the question, why was this photo part of that man's collection? Who can say? Maybe he's connected the dots. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. Only way to find out is to deliver the photo back to him. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the original owner is looking for that photo. One of the bartenders messed up and gave the snapshots to a bunch of customers. Aw, seriously, what a shame. Oh well. Here you go. Ah, that Grim Cat. Wait, this is... Like I said, this is an amazing photo of the famous Grim Cat. She's older than I thought, and something about her feels particularly indecent. But that doesn't stop it from being a valuable photo, a shot of the truth behind the urban legend. Seriously, what the hell is this woman doing? Ugh, I had chills for a second there. I am rather curious as to where this photo was taken. She's as excitable as ever. Well, She seems to be enjoying herself. Yeah, thanks for giving this back. Van doesn't seem sure how to react. Located amazing Grim copycat photo. And finally, we can go ahead and just head over here. And right up here, we can grab the last photo.
Excuse me?
Huh? You mean someone left that behind? How did you know I had it? Heard about it from the gentleman at the bar. The original owner really wants it back. Do you mind? Wait, you're Judith. Here, take it. I could never make an ass of myself in front of Judith. Ah, shucks. Are you a fan of my work? I'm sorry. It was so obvious even then that it was too good to be true. But once I saw that snapshot of you, I just wanted it so bad. Hey, I'm not upset or anything. It's all good as long as you don't mind giving it back. We'll take it to the owner, alright? Located Judith's snapshot. Okay, we've got 4 photos in total now, but one of them is a mystery. Guess we can ask the client about it when we meet to return these. And that'll be it for this side quest. We are just going to go back and turn it in. There's no choices or anything else for us to get. So, let's go ahead and talk to him once again. My prized collection, you found them. Oh, thank you so much. So I did leave them behind at the bar. I'll need to be more careful about these in the future. You mentioned you were missing 3, but we actually found 4. You sure they're all yours? Yes. One is not part of the Lannister family photo group. I forgot to tell you about it. Yet you still found it in spite of that. Words cannot express how grateful I am to you. Yeah, you didn't see a connection. By the way, how did you get this 4th photo? Good question. I guess you could call it luck, or rather, a once-in-a-lifetime coincidence. A short time ago, I was just outside the capital, photographing the landscape from the outskirts. Then suddenly I saw movement, and my photographer's reflexes kicked in. I pointed my camera at it. That's when I saw her. I was so startled I pressed the shutter button without thinking. I still can't believe the photo came out as so sharp, even after all of that. My, so she was running around dressed like that all the way in the outskirts of Edith. I suppose it could be considered a dress rehearsal of sorts before she headed to the auction. In any event, it sounds like he took it by accident. I'm glad he didn't get hurt, at least. Anyway, at least we got him all back now. Try not to lose him next time, yeah? Of course, thanks again. I'll wire the mirror to you later.
Another request.
And that's a topic quest completed. The Phantom Snapshot. And we get a little bit of law. Next, we're going to go ahead and run up to the City Hall to start the next quest. We're going to skip over this one behind me for a second, because that one I believe is going to take us out to the outskirts, and so we just want to hold off on doing that for just a little bit longer, because this one can be completed just right here in the city. The staff member, Gracio? Are you Gracio? We're from Arkwright Solutions. So you're the ones I've been hearing about. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Gracio, yes, and I represent Anchorville City Hall's tourism branch. There's no need to be so formal. It feels a little strange in a place like this. It ain't every day we get a 4SPG from someone in the government. Even so, I expect my request should be right up your alley. Now allow me to explain the situation. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Gracio. At least wait for me. My apologies, Mr. Bannings. What? What? Oh, is this your boss? Please, allow me to introduce... That's not Lloyd Bannings. The Fixers, right? I've heard the rumors. You're right that we don't normally consider asking for outside help. Gracio here has been making the case that we should reach out to you. Seeing as the buck ends with me as the manager, I'll be sitting in on this meeting. Fine with me. So what's the deal with the request? Is that just like, did they forget? As you can imagine, our tourism branch is in charge of Anchorville's PR and facility management insofar as they relate to tourism. That includes cooperating with certain sites used to reserve lodging. It's a service that books accommodations for you, yeah? I've seen a few before. It's a little strange for the city to be involved like this, though. Well, we don't just think of ourselves as just a transportation hub or a rest stop on the way to the capital. So we provide information to tourists about our various attractions and recommend accommodations and discounts they can use while they're here. We are now also running a popular support campaign in conjunction with the space program, offering partial rebates for lodging. Because of that, we've also been getting more and more reservations than we ever thought possible. Wow, normally people just skip right by us since we're so close to the capital. Sounds like you jumped on the space program bandwagon at just the right time. Oh, Aaron. More to the point, the request makes it sound like you've run into some trouble. Yes. For starters, some of the rooms the guests reserved ended up being occupied before they even made it to the hotel. One group reserved a suite and ended up with a conference room. There was even a prepaid reservation that had no record of payment, causing the guests to lose out on the room. Such problems have been frequent, but only at lodgings registered on the site within the city. Only at Anchorville lodgings. That is strange. Did City Hall figure anything out? Not a thing, unfortunately. We don't know if this is an issue with the site, an error by a third party, or even some kind of crime. Whatever the case, we'd really like to get this taken care of quickly. In addition to affecting business operations, they're also resulting in a number of claims being made against us. I heard rumors about you while all this has been going on. Apparently you're familiar with the Orbital Network and other new technologies. We would truly appreciate your assistance. Let's accept it. Alright, we accept. Really? That's reassuring. Normally I'd say it's up to the city to clean its own mess. But if everything is in order, I'll leave the rest to Gracio. I'll still be keeping an eye on things, though. We'll see whether or not you're like the rumors say. I don't get the feeling that he trusts us. Yeah, Ren would have definitely commented on that last name already. I wonder if that was just like they forgot that was the last name of a protagonist from earlier in the series who appeared in 5 different games. That's yeah, Bannings, Lloyd Bannings. I'm not crazy. That is wild. I don't get the feeling that he trusts us. Can't blame him. Even if our reputation's been growing, the work we do ain't exactly on the top and the up and up. Now, we'd like to hurry up and get started, but we can't wait. We can't until we know where the issues actually occurred. Of course, that would be at Hotel Mercule on the back street and the boarding house operating in the southeastern part of the town. We've already spoken to the people in charge, so I'll leave the rest to you. One more thing before you go. Here. Resio held out an envelope filled with Mira. What's this? What do you mean? This is the advance payment, of course. I believe what we need was made clear in our request. Please accept it. We only want this problem to be taken care of quickly. Naturally, you'll be providing a much greater remuneration upon the completion of the job. Yeah, thanks for the offer, but we only accept payment after the request is completed. Hard to guess how much overhead we'll be dealing with. Can't you just pay us after we wrap things up? Is that so? Well, if you say so. We'll let you know if we find anything, so don't worry. First, we'll need to check out Hotel Mercule and the boarding house by the station, right? Yeah, let's get started.
Let's resolve this however we can.
Let's do it. We'll start by going to the hotel. We've already been there once before. It's going to be this one down here. It's where we just had the last topic quest take place. We'll use the hotel reservation issues topic on her. Welcome. Do you have a reservation? Nah, just some questions. We're here on behalf of the City Hall regarding a certain incident. I see. This is about the booking site. Yes, our hotel is registered. Thanks to the tourism support campaign, the number of guests staying with us has increased over the last few years. Sounds like the number of problems has gone up too, am I right? Yes, just the other day we had an issue that affected 2 of our guests. Their reservations overlapped for the same room. Does that mean they were somehow able to reserve the same room at the same time? That definitely sounds like a problem. Indeed, the room in question sits facing the river with an excellent view of the city. After some discussion, we were able to move the guest who made the reservation second to a room on the other side of the hotel. To compensate them, we provided upgraded dining privileges and other benefits. However, the tourism support campaign ultimately failed to provide them with the rebate. Our guests were fairly dissatisfied as a result.
It seems travel and trouble go hand in hand.
It was a strain on the hotel too, wasn't it? Honestly, it's been nice not having to worry about profits recently. Needless to say, we're happy about the increase in visitors. It's just that the growing number of issues is becoming a problem. We reached out to the booking site to try and prevent this from happening again, but they said they couldn't identify the problem. No clues about the cause, huh? Would you be willing to share your communications with the booking site from the time of the incident? After you've deleted your guest's personal information, of course. I suppose I could provide that much. Just a moment, please. Manager provided the data regarding the booking site. And that's it for here. So next, we'll go ahead and run on over to the other side of the city real quick. Dude, every time I pass by those motorcycles, I think my game's crashing. Because all I hear is... I'm trying to make the sound without it being super loud in my microphone. All I hear is... Dude, that's not even getting picked up by my mic, I don't think, the sounds I'm making. Holy...
Pardon me.
Sounds like my PC crashing regardless.
We had to deal with complaints all day yesterday. We really need City Hall to do something about this as soon as possible.
Excuse me, are you the person in charge here? Sorry to interrupt while you're so busy. Got a minute to chat?
And you are? You're here on behalf of the City Hall about the booking site problems. Then am I glad to see you. Honestly, these issues have worn me out.
We were told that you have an old apartment that you've been renting out as a temporary lodging. Would you mind telling us about some of the problems you've been having?
Just the other day, a guest told me they'd made a reservation on the site, but we hadn't gotten a notification about it at all. There's nothing we could do to accommodate them at the time since we were full.
A reservation that shouldn't have gone through. Sounds like it's been a common issue. What ended up happening with the guest?
Well, we helped them find another hotel to stay in, but it's troublesome having to deal with these unforeseen issues, including returning the mirror they said they'd already paid. The new hotel didn't fall into the ongoing tourism campaign, so the guests lost out on the rebate too. Since we were so busy helping them, we couldn't deal with our normal guests, resulting in a number of complaints.
Sounds rough for such a small operation. Did they not find any flaws in the booking site system? I suppose that's a possibility. It depends on how complete the system is, but that's the first place I'd look after taking everything into account.
We asked, but they told us they couldn't figure out where the problem originated. The site only just started operating. There haven't been any similar issues elsewhere. I've definitely seen an increase in the people staying with us since I registered on the tourism guy's recommendation. If I'm going to have to keep dealing with things like this, then I might have to back out.
More people, more problems, I guess. But something does feel off. Mind if we take a look at the computer you use for reservations? We'd like to take a peek at the data from that day, just in case.
Not at all. Here, I'll show you the way.
Van entered the boarding room house and borrowed the data from the computer. We managed to get information from both the hotel and the boarding house that Gracio mentioned. Sounds like both of them had problems with the site. We got no answers why. We've investigated the data we've received, and it appears that the guests experiencing the problems were using different booking sites. There were records of other such cases as well, but there doesn't seem to be any common threads regarding the sites they used.
Sounds like it's not a bug in the reservation system itself. Could be something on the outside. Might be a problem with the lodging. Either's possible.
I hate to doubt the people in my own hometown. Should we get my mom involved? Miss Chloe? Yeah. La Nuit des Chat Noir may not be a hotel, and the guest rooms typically go unused. But it is a pretty famous in the area. The tourism branch has probably reached out to her before. She must know something about what's been going on. You're probably right. We ought to check in with her. Then let's head over there now. And we get the former Grim Cat's thoughts as a new topic we can use. We'll go ahead and go use that on Chloe real quick to see what she's thinking.
A moment, please.
Oh, you're all back. Looks like you're in the middle of a 4SPG. Your faces suggest you need something from me. That's my mom. Nothing gets past her. We wanted to hear your thoughts on our current 4SPG. Calling out the members of the crew standing by, they gathered at a corner booth to talk. Ah, yes. I was approached by City Hall's tourism branch not too long ago. They said they would provide monetary assistance and wondered if I wouldn't open up the second floor rooms to be booking. Of course, given the secrets we keep, I had to turn them down.
It sure would have made the place a lot more lively.
Having more outsiders around would make it a little harder for the cats to play. You want to protect your secrets? Then you're better off locking up Judith in her room. What's that supposed to mean? I'm pretty sure there's only one possible implication. You too, cadre? Anyway, that's the situation as it stands now. You hear anything about it? We know it ain't just a bug with the booking site. I heard about what happened at the hotel and the boarding house, but there's nothing else that I found interesting. It's regarding the tourism support campaign. The tourism support campaign? That's the rebate offered on reservations made through the site. Yes, but it doesn't apply to everyone. There are a few conditions. You have to use the site, fill out a survey regarding that usage, and so on. Anchorville City Hall ultimately has the final say. The problem, though, is timing. I looked into it. City Hall was making their decision after the reservation was confirmed, but before the info was sent to the hotel. That means City Hall's the one stopping the information from going through? The information on the reservation was only sent to the hotel after a determination was made. It certainly seems like a strange system, doesn't it? Sure does. There's no reason for City Hall to get in the middle of the reservation process. Payments could get canceled. Whether or not someone qualifies for the rebate should be decided after their stay. That's how other campaigns like this tend to handle it anyway. Begs the question, who's in charge of making these determinations? I've already looked into it. It's none other than the tourism branch's own Gracia. Huh? Our client, huh? This is starting to stink. But why? What for? Seems a little too complex to be a prank. But it's not like either the guest or the lodgings are suffering much in damages. Hotels only lose a little bit of time and cost in compensating their guests. And it's not like any guests have been tricked out of something. Not publicly, anyway. Could be something like that's happening, but it just never got brought to our attention. It sounds like you've got something in mind. Yeah, but I still got a few questions. Thanks, though. We've managed to straighten some things out. You certainly match your reputation. You're quite welcome. I don't really get it.
We may have to start asking our questions more directly.
Yes, then let's head to Anchorville City Hall. So we'll go ahead and return back to the City Hall now.
All kinds of fresh vegetables.
And we should be wrapping up the quest, I believe, right when we start talking to this person. We'll have some choices here, but we won't have to go talk to anybody else. I mean, I hate when they're on the couch because it's tough to get the interact button perfect. Arkwright Solutions. How's the request coming along? Do you have any idea of when we'll be able to put this behind us? Yeah, we've talked to everyone involved. Is that so? I'm glad. Perhaps we should go into that meeting room for your report? Nah, here's good. Since it looks like we've got to clear up some misunderstandings. And what does that mean exactly? Sounds to me like your investigation into the booking site is complete. Did you figure out what was causing the problems? Yeah, we sure did. Having you here works out. It'll be much quicker if you're involved. Say what? Van. Let me start with our conclusions. The problems with the booking site that have been popping up were caused by... You want to do the third option, Gracio.
You, our client. Huh?
What? What are you saying? So it was him. It would certainly explain a lot if he's our guy. Yes, including the true reason behind the trouble.
Would you kindly elaborate?
The trouble wasn't caused by the site itself, or by the lodgings or the guests. It's a question of who caused the problems, and why. The core issue is the discrepancy between the reservations the guests made and the information the accommodations received. Based on the fact that this problem is only happening in Anchorville, regardless of the site being used. And given the systems in place for the tourism support campaign, we were able to narrow down the list of third parties involved. The culprit in question intentionally created trouble for the lodgings by falsifying reservation information.
Hold on a sec. Why would anyone do that? Sure, there were issues, but the payments people made were refunded properly, and they were even compensated for their trouble. Nobody stands to get anything. Would someone really go through that much trouble just to cause problems?
Not normally, no. You're right on that account. Especially if there wasn't the potential for a major payout that could offset the risk of being caught. But you must have an idea as to why someone would do this, Mr. Bannings.
Huh?
But there's nothing to gain from it.
No, there is one thing. Something only someone within the tourism branch would know about. Something so few people ever deal with that it would easily go under the radar.
You mean... for rebate money from canceled reservations.
A rebate mirror from canceled reservations?
Yeah, probably. With reservation information altered, guests would be forced to cancel with the tourism campaign. But the funds are still requested when the reservation is completed. Our culprit in question exploited that gap and embezzled the funds from cancellations. It's the kind of thing only one person has access to. The person who makes the determination. In other words, you.
There's been some talk up the ladder at City Hall. It was discovered that the reports didn't match the approved budgets, which means someone from inside the organization was up to something. Investigation has been pending. Gracio, mind giving me a look at your computer?
It's not true, sir. I would never embezzle money. I only wanted to bring some life into this town. Before I knew it, I had all this mirror at my fingertips, more than I'd ever seen. No, that's not what I meant to say. I never imagined he'd be embezzling the funds, and that's why he wanted to give us payment up front, so that way he could get rid of the mirror. Well, whatever. At least we figured things out.
What's the deal? This isn't what I was told.
Gracio? You're the Spriggan, aren't you? You fix things, right? You'll do whatever you have to for Mira, even making crimes disappear. Did you read my request properly?
Huh?
Your request. Word on the street is that orbital network issues are within your area of expertise. Would you be able to help me clean up this mess? I had a feeling we weren't on the same page. So he expected us to help cover up his crime.
To think there could be such a mistake.
What a huge misunderstanding. I did nothing wrong. A devil made me do it. If only you would just help me cover everything up instead of blabbing about the whole thing. What kind of solutions are you? My whole life's over.
Gracio.
What a joke. Saying anything at this point is just meddling. We did accept his request. Right here, you have an alignment choice. Will you deal with Gracio? Calm him down through reason is law. Pressure him into shutting up is gray. We've already maxed out. Well, in this case, I would choose gray anyway, so let's go with gray. Don't throw a tantrum. You're not a kid. You're the one who tried using a Spriggan to hide criminal activity. Don't you think you ought to start by paying for that?
Huh?
First, admit your crimes. Don't blame it on anyone or anything else. Otherwise, you won't be able to make amends, let alone start fresh. If you posted a 4SPG, then you should take responsibility.
Yeah. You guys.
We apologize for making a scene. We ain't trying to stand out any more than we already have. So do you mind taking him to another room and calling the cops for us?
No, I don't mind.
And so, Falcom Gracio was taken to another room. To prevent the disturbance from spreading, he was handed over to the police via back door. After a time, an air of peace returned to the tumultuous City Hall.
I hope you'll all forgive me. I never expected things to turn out like this. If it's any consolation, I was at least able to arrange for the payment on Gracio's behalf. You did solve the problem with the reservations, after all.
Seeing how things went, I almost want to ask for a bonus. But I'll let it slide. It's partly our fault for not noticing the issue earlier. Van, don't tell me you feel sorry for the bastard. I'm not that naive. Depending on the client, it's not impossible that we'd accept that kind of request. We're not obligated to help someone who just wants to avoid paying for their crimes. You're right. That simply isn't our way.
I see. So this is a Spriggan. I'm ashamed to admit I was on my guard against you, just because I heard you did jobs for the underworld.
That does seem like an appropriate reaction. It's a shame things turned out like this, but I think your tourism plan is still a great idea. Please keep doing what you can to make our town a great place to visit.
Of course. We'll have to restructure our campaign, though, and earn back the trust of the people we've made problems for.
Good luck with all the fallout, too. As for us, it's time we took our leave. And we never find out about that last name Bannings and why he shares it with one of the main protagonists of the series. That is dumb. That's so dumb. But we get a little bit of law, a lot of bit of gray. We get law level 2 and gray level 2 both. And we can go ahead and grab our achievements here.
Good stuff.
And now we only have, I think, one more required 4SPG to complete here in town. But since it was going to take us to a new area, we can go ahead and pick it up now. This one is going to be just right over here. Gotta talk to this guy. Are you President Nelkin? The one who submitted the 4SPG?
Yes, are you the rumored Spriggan? Thank you for coming. I am Nelkin of Nelkin Transport.
It's a pleasure to meet you. We're from Arkwright Solutions. Nelkin Transport's not a name we hear around here very often. Sorry, not to be rude.
That's quite all right. We're still a small transportation company as we only recently opened for business. But that's what lets us provide personalized service and give us our all to every job. Fortunately for us, that's meant a steadily growing list of customers.
That's all well and good, but can you cut to the chase already? What do you want from us? Aren't you having trouble getting in touch with one of your delivery guys or something? I take it there's more to it than that.
Indeed. As this relates to my company policies. The missing person in question is a young man from the Central East who has a history of arrests. We employ a number of people who have served time, as well as those with large debts, a history of smuggling, or even no home. I'd go as far as to say they make up the majority of our workforce.
That means... So you actively employ people with nowhere else to go?
Correct. They have pasts, but they're still doing their best to reintegrate into society. We established this company to give them a second chance, to give them a home. Unfortunately, some of them are still dealing with the repercussions of their crimes and debts for various reasons. The guild and the police would not be able to turn a blind eye to such things. Which is why a bit of heat could cause trouble for some of my other employees as well. It's something I'd like to avoid. I know I'm being selfish, but how about it? Would you be willing to take on my request?
Of course we would. Unfortunately, can't get any chaos from this, but we'll go for the gray. Sounds like it meets the criteria for a 4SPG to me. We'll take it on.
Thank you. I'll be counting on you.
Hold on now. First, I want to know why that delivery guy went missing. That's a good question. According to your request, he was in the middle of a job for a company that hired you, right?
I haven't the slightest idea. The delivery person is a Central Easterner named Yasir. He's always been a hard worker. This morning, after we received word that his delivery had been completed, he completely fell off the radar.
Is it possible he got caught up in something? An accident?
There's no way to know for sure.
That's certainly a possibility. Let's not worry about the why for now. We should start searching. You're right. Do you know what his delivery route was?
The last report we got for a complete delivery was in a residential area to the southeast. After that, he should have been stopping by the workshop for vehicle maintenance. It may also help you to know that due to his frequent trips to the logistics center, he was friends with some of the employees of other firms.
Sounds like a good place to start as any. Let's go and see what they have to say.
Thanks again. I really wasn't sure what I should do. And then you came like a blessing from the goddess. With that, I leave the rest to you. I'm counting on you.
Huh? Sure. We'll leave it to us.
Time to get to work.
Missing Delivery Man quest started. So, we're going to start by heading down to... There's actually a few different places we can go. We'll just start over here. We want to go to Sandra's workshop first. I believe it's this one right here. And talk to her about the missing delivery man. Central Eastern Delivery Man, huh? Yeah, someone like that stopped by this morning. Really? I never expected him to come to your workshop. What did he buy? A maintenance kit with some oil and a brush for cleaning small places. He said he was going to use it on his delivery vehicle.
Something bothering you?
It's just, he seemed a little out of sorts when he came by. Like he was dead on the inside. Like he'd given up. He was looking at other products with a faraway look in his eyes. Why would he be so forlorn?
I don't know what happened, but it's sure pushing the definition of depression.
Especially considering the contents of that maintenance kit. It just occurred to me that it could be just used as effectively to service a firearm. I tried to see how he was feeling, but he blew me off by saying it doesn't matter. That is a concerning response. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. I can't say anything for certain, but I did wonder. I even thought about getting in touch with the guild or calling the police. There's something going on, isn't there?
Yeah, just leave it to us for now.
Next, we'll go ahead and head out of here. We're just going to run straight south. We'll be able to talk to this guy.
Kinds of fresh vegetables.
Excuse me?
And this is where his delivery stopped. But he still hasn't contacted us. Did something happen? Yasir wouldn't flake on us, would he?
He said Yasir.
That's such a dumb response. Looks like you're a friend of our missing delivery man. Who are you? The crew asked about the missing Yasir. You said he's missing? There's no way. He'd never take off without letting me know. I heard you work for different companies, but it seems like the two of you are pretty good friends. Yeah, I work for a company called Anchorville Transport. I actually met Yasir while we were waiting for a package at the logistics center. We're around the same age, so we kind of hit it off, and we were always talking shop while drinking coffee. Actually, I just picked up a package. Yasir's supposed to deliver this morning. I figured I'd take it to him. Anchorville Transport is a pretty big company. Yeah, they've been around a while. You could say they're a pillar of the industry at this point. Did someone make your transport another company's package? Hey, I got permission, you know. We always help each other out when we're in trouble. I'm still doing my work too, so it's not like anyone's complaining. I expect the paperwork might be troublesome. You seem to be a good friend. If a little nosy, in my opinion. Still, sounds like it's pretty unusual that he just vanished without saying anything to you. Something has been eating away at me for a while now. He never brought it up himself, so I try not to pry. But now that he's missing, I can't just do nothing. Will you let me join in the search? Always happy for an extra pair of eyes, but aren't you in the middle of work? Doesn't make a difference. Even while working, I can still gather information. So please, find my friend, and let me know if you hear anything at all. And finally, we're going to go ahead and head near the Bracer Guild over here. And we'll have one more person to talk to.
May I have a word?
I sure hope that delivery boy is okay. Oh, did you need something? Could this be the person Yasir was delivering to? Pardon me. I was hoping I could ask you a question. Van asked about the missing Yasir. Central Eastern. Ah, you mean the delivery man who came this morning? He's missing? Surely he wouldn't have been so bothered by such a minor thing. Was there some kind of trouble? Yes, well, I wouldn't call it trouble per se. He delivered a package for my son and his wife who are in the capital. It's just that he was a little late. How late do you mean by a little? Let's see, about a minute, maybe? That's a little alright. Could just be someone's clock is fast. Certainly, but it seemed to really matter to the delivery man. I told him there was nothing to worry about, that it was just a minute. But he apologized time and time again like he thought it was the end of the world. Why would he go that far? And after that, he was completely distracted, like he couldn't think about anything else. I heard him mumbling things like, "It's all over and I'm finished," as he got back into his delivery vehicle. I got worried that he might get into an accident since he seemed so frazzled, so I called out to him. I'm fine, it's okay, nothing's wrong. Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. He took off after that. There was nothing more I could say. Sure doesn't sound like it was fun. Like he was fine, not fun. Yeah, and it was barely a mistake. It's the kind of thing that could happen to anyone. Something's definitely going on. That much is clear. Thanks for your help, ma'am. Oh, it was nothing. I just hope everything's alright. The group finished investigating the places mentioned by President Nelkin and decided to organize the information they'd uncovered. We spoke to a lot of people. Still don't know where that delivery guy Yasir has gotten off to, but we at least have a vague idea of what he might be planning. Yes, though it's just a guess, he might be... I cannot say this one. The correct answer is number 3. That is the best third option is the correct answer here. YouTube might get mad at me if I say what that is, so I'll have to skip over it if they say anything here. No matter how you look at it, that's certainly the idea that comes to mind. Yes, whether it's the concerning look the old lady saw, or the kit he purchased at the workshop. Not to mention the fact that he can't be found anywhere in the city, even though he's driving a delivery vehicle. And there's a good chance he's already left. Things aren't looking good, huh? He went missing this morning, right? That's quite a long time. I should like to think it would take him time to work up the nerve. For now, all we can do is scour the city. And let's get to it. You guys are still in the city? Lewis, I almost forgot we'd exchanged contact information. You said you were headed to the logistics center. Find anything? Yeah, they said I just missed Yasir. That idiot left behind a freaking note. They said he was headed somewhere in the Anchorville outskirts. It's just as we thought. Yeah, but if he's headed to the outskirts, we might still be able to stop him. Let's hurry. We get 2 bonus SP for answering that option correctly. So, while we're going to this place, we're going to want to do everything we can here, which is why I held off on coming here for a little while. So it's the Anchorville outskirts. It says we still have a... Oh, that's because it wants us to go through here. We're going to be going to the outskirts. Now, this is its own area. And again, we do have this quest to complete, but we also want to just go ahead and fully explore here. There is a new fish we can get here, as well as some chests and a monster that we need to slay that the bracers had tasked us with doing. So let's go ahead and just do all of that all in one fell swoop here, shall we? We'll go ahead and run over here to the right first and fight these enemies. And you can actually see there are some palms back in the distance over there. We'll just go ahead and Grand Rend here. Good stuff. And then finish that off. Then we have our palms right here. We'll go ahead and shard search and then ZOC. And there we go. They all should be grouped up for a nice Bear Guard S-Break. Ooh, not quite. Just barely not enough. Come on, just gotta hit him one time. There we go. That's those palms defeated. And we get a level up and grab this chest for an Oracle.
I won't stop here.
Next, we're gonna come up here, but we want to be careful because this is the area where the objective is, and if we complete it now, I think it might automatically take us back to the city, so we just want to hold off as long as we can. There we go. We can EX chain these guys. It's probably going to do more damage than an S-Break. Good stuff. And we'll just do normal attacks. And another normal attack. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to grab this chest. Am I going to be able to get close enough? Over there is our objective. There's some Sepith, but then we're just going to come over here. We're going to ignore our objective for now.
Oh, hey,
and we have another treasure chest right there. And we'll head over here. We're just going to fight some enemies here. I don't actually know whenever I fought them all There's not like an insane amount of enemies here, but there's like anytime there's just a big grouping like this at level 40, and I could very well go to the Garten right now and probably level up quicker. I always just find it a little bit easier just to clear this area out, so we'll go ahead and spend some time here. Our quest that we're on right now is about to be finished, and even the monster extermination that's here is very quick, so we really don't have much left in the episode anyway, so if we do go a little bit over, I'm not too worried about it. We'll just Grand Rend. Gets rid of all of them. And here is another new enemy. We'll just ZOC here. We have one more palm we can fight, but probably best to just do that. EX chain with Van. And then another Grand Rend. Doesn't quite kill. How we feeling? Weak 2 Flare Squall. We'll do that. Normal attack. Normal attack, and then probably these could do that poison attack we saw him do. Nope, just a single target attack, and doesn't quite kill. There's the poison attack, this demonic spores. There we go, another enemy defeated. That's level up 4 on Yes, I believe. Grand Ren leveled up, huge. Get another stun, and we'll just use Bear Guard. Then we can grab this chest for a marble brooch. Fight through these, and then I think that's probably all the enemies in this area, besides the enemies that are associated with the side quests. So we probably don't need to fight all of them anymore. So I'll probably just run past most of them at this point, unless I just fully don't recognize them. Ow. And then over here, we can grab this chest for a U material. And then we'll go ahead and run down here. I'll fight this, because this looks like a good chunk of XP, actually. But I would have liked to get the stun on the big guy. We're just going to open with a Grand Ren, hope we get the insta-kill on the big guy. We got the insta-kill on the big guy. Massive. I think Grand Rend is the only S-break in the game, and maybe even the entire series, that has a chance to insta-kill. I could be wrong, because Joshua might have something similar. But yeah, that's crazy when you insta-kill the stronger enemies. Right here is an Orbital Lock chest, so of course we're going to go ahead and clear this real quick.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. And let's go through this one. Oh, Jesus, Mare. Okay, I don't think I need to necessarily do this. We'll install the trap because we will be fine.
This is kid stuff.
Did I need it?
Security?
I think I just barely needed it. I think I actually would have opened it, but it would have got caught like as soon. I was hoping I could be quick enough to grab that. Unfortunate. Dude, go quicker. Holy.
Conducting search.
I'll install a trap there, but that's because... Oh, he's coming around.
Conducting search.
How do I get past this guy? Can I go just like this? Yeah, I guess those traps are not very useful. I mean, I guess it could have stopped them, but those guys are just so slow
Kid stuff.
that
Security
I feel like throwing a trap down is pointless. And there we go. That is that chest completed. We get Crystal Eden and additional SP. And then up here,
A treasure chest.
we'll have a conundrum ring. No, that's a corundum ring. What? Not a conundrum, a corundum. Okay. We got some palms right here we'll take care of. Let's get a little bit closer before we shard search. And... Uh-oh. There we go. I got real worried there. Let's just do an EX chain to kill this palm. Ooh, we didn't quite kill. Let's see, can I get the kill here? I'll use an S-break if I need to on this one. Let's just use Bear Guards. Because I don't think they're within range of each other, unfortunately. There's a Smaug. Level 41 for our team. And it's a pretty good level to be at before we go up and... Ooh, actually, just up ahead is some more palms. So let me just deal with these guys real quick. We get the stun. And the Grand Rend. And, ooh, these little wolf enemies are actually tougher than I thought they would be. EX Chain, I'm only doing that because I believe there's an achievement for doing EX Chain in a certain amount of times. Shard Search is active. There we go, we get the stun. And Grand Rend. Good stuff. And we'll just click A on this little plant wolf guy.
It's time.
There we go. We can grab this Celestial Bomb EX. And that is all of the little enemies right there. So I'm going to make a quick stop in the Grim Garden just to get full healed. Grab this Aegis Shield, Inferno, and Regulus Caliber. Then let me take a quick Grim Garden visit just to rest. That way we get all of our stats recharged. I forgot we haven't been here yet, so we might get a cutscene as soon as we enter. These are going to the next domain. Yep.
Long story short, we're gonna be pitching in on this. Schwarzer and them already gave us the rundown.
Having already lent our aid with one garden, we can't very well disregard another.
You guys helped like one time.
Master Bearguard, Kevin, a pleasure to work with you.
Indeed. It gladdens me to have us joining forces.
Can't say I pictured myself meeting with Master Bearguard and the odd couple in a place like this, though. When was the last time again? Our little meet and greet back in Arteria? More or less. Wait, who are you calling a couple? Still, I'm dying to catch up over a drink. Ask a few burning questions on your latest who's, what's, and where's. Incidentally, we have just shared a riveting conversation with the Vice Captain you seem so chummy with these days. Ah, or could it be that you're already aware? News to me, actually. Would have rushed right on over if you bothered to call. Bad blood's so thick you'd cut it with a knife. From what Gaius said, they more or less joined the Grossritter at around the same time. No way they're gonna let the dam burst out of the blue, though, right?
Considering what an opportune training ground this place is, it would be a shame not to utilize it. I trust my pupils have no objection to demonstrating how much they have grown.
I could ask for nothing better. Meh, can't go acting out in front of Master. Let's save this chat for our next face-to-face. Sure, looking forward to it already. Phew. Well, we can't deny that there'll be powerful assets in our efforts to reclaim the garden. No doubt. Time for us disciples to show off our stuff.
Ah, the beauty of camaraderie. Let us sally forth hand in hand, shall we?
Celis, Leon, and Shizuna have been registered as garden party members? Question mark. Wait, what?
Shizuna?
The hell? I thought you bailed on us for good.
Oh, was that the way I put it? See, I wrapped up one of my assigned orders just last night. And little did I know, my fellow disciple had joined up with you. So I thought, hey, perfect time to mosey on back.
You don't say. Are you for real? This is bull. I can't say we saw it coming. Actually, this is so in her wheelhouse that we probably should have. She is unorthodox, to say the least.
True, but there just might be a lot to learn from that part of her. I'm happy to collaborate with you, Shizuna, in this place, if nowhere else.
Right back at you, Junior. Celis, Leon, and Shizuna have been registered as garden party members for real this time. Received of all of Shizuna's costumes? How many does she have? I'm actually curious. How many does she have?
Good stuff.
I wasn't planning on going over anything with the garden yet. I knew she was going to be joining us soon. I'm curious. Where are you, Shizuna? Where is Shizuna? Right here. Shizuna's outfit, Shizuna's lightweight outfit, Shizuna's combat gear, and Shizuna's Z1 pit girl attire. Does that... No offense. I don't think that lines up. But who am I to say? So, with that, I'm going to make sure I have everybody on my team so that way they full heal. Let's get Bearguard on here. We got, where's Agnes? Am I blind? Oh, Agnes is right there already. And then Ren. And then I want to give a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Am I crazy? Did I miscount that? No, that is 23. There's only one playable character that we are missing now from the lineup. I don't know who it's going to be. Maybe it's... Is it just Fairy's brother? Because we've already played as him? I don't know. But let's make sure Ren's on the team. Perfect. And then I'm going to just quickly take a rest at the bath. A new challenge arena. Again, we'll go over all this later, but I'm going to take a quick bath to fully heal, and then I'll see you guys back out in front of the boss. Also, I realized the person we're missing is Yorda. Pretty sure she's going to be my last character to join. But let's go ahead and fight this monster, shall we? This is the wanted monster that the guild had asked us to defeat. So let's do it. Grand Rend. And then on yes, let's just... I don't like doing that with on yes. I lied. Let's just go... I don't really have anything good. We'll just use this. Well, that really sucks. I was not expecting... I can't bear the nightmare. I forgot. I was not expecting to get frozen there. Let's just Azure Sunray. And then he can't do it. So let's just hope for the best as we go through. Yep, that sucks. Hope for the best as we go through here, huh? I mean, it's not going to be that difficult. Well. Well, I say that. And then that happens. That's not great. Yeah, we do need to heal up. Can I use an aura breath? Nope. But we will go ahead and... which one's the better healing? Mind Force is good. Mirage Guard. Thank you, Mare. And then let's use Bear Guard. And do a quick attack with Ren. Dude, is everybody frozen now? That sucks. I was not expecting... I didn't save before this either. So if we lose this, I'm in trouble. Let's go Mirage Guard again. Dude, being frozen every turn is so brutal. We get this done, which is nice. Let's go ZOC with Van. And then another EX chain with Van. And then, oh, that sucks because Ren, we're just going to go for the S break because Ren is not going to be able to get it. And I'm worried, yep, she's going to get frozen anyways. And then, I guess, Grand Rend. And we will just boost with Van. And try to get the kill real quick. There we go. That's a wanted monster defeated.
Oh, I am far from...
Thanatos Jail from the wanted monster. And quest completed, as well as Samira. And a little bit of Gray and Law. Now, the second to last thing we're going to do is if we come over here, we can go fishing. We have one new fish we can catch here. Ooh, not great there. Is it the same odds over here? Yep, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and make our save. And I'll see you guys once we catch it. First try Marble Snakehead. There we go. Brand new fish and a brand new A rank. And so, with that done, we could go take another bath if we wanted to, but I think we're going to be super fine with what we got going on. Go ahead and recover HP. And then let's go ahead and run on back to our objective marker over here and finish up this area of the map. That was everything here already. We got all the chests, defeated the monster. We just have to go ahead and complete this quest to turn this one in. And that'll wrap up pretty much everything we have right now. We'll come up to this truck. Van, over there. There he is. Things will be easier this way. Wait. Huh? You made it in time. Huh. Just barely. Hey, you, don't be stupid. Why are you trying to stop me? I've been struggling with this all morning, and I've finally made up my mind. It'll finally be over. I'll finally be free. There's nowhere else to go, nowhere else to run. Just what could possibly push you this far? It's okay to run away. Why do something like this? Look, we're strangers. We don't understand your situation. Maybe you're not interested in what we have to say. But we're here, aren't we? It's got to be some kind of fate. So why don't you calm down and tell us what's going on? Depending on what you're going through, we might need to change up our request. Just who are you guys? After Yasir finally calmed down, he shared how things got to this point and proved a deeper look into the realities of Nelkin transport. Over 300 hours of unpaid overtime, being forced to come in on your days off. Not to mention how mistakes are penalized and employees are required to maintain company vehicles on their own dime, among other things. This is all clearly exploitation. And some of the worst kinds, no less. Even the underworld's not this bad. Or should I say cruel. What difference does it make? That president dude acts all nice and everything, but he's real a piece of work. Ever since I was arrested for stealing from the fields back when I was a refugee, my whole life has been on a downward spiral. I joined the company shortly after I got out of prison. At first, I was grateful to them. They gave those of us with nowhere else to go a chance to work. But in the end, you were caged by your criminal past and forced to work like slaves. I could tell that to my will to live was being gradually ground into dust. We barely ever got our wages, and even now we're stuck living out of the office. Where else could we go? In the end, it didn't matter. We didn't even have the strength to run away.
Using someone's vulnerabilities against them is the essence of cowardice.
There's no way we can forgive them. I knew such companies worked in the shadows of the Republic. What was the president thinking when he made this request? It didn't feel like anything was off with the request itself. Yeah, but I did get the sense talking to him that something wasn't right. But now the truth's come out. The guy simply doesn't meet our requirements. It's time he paid the price, including what he owes us for trying to make us do his dirty work. You aren't planning on reporting the company, are you? Please don't. There's no proof, and if you report them, then the rest of the employees won't have a place to belong. Trust me, that's just another way these guys keep people in line. No matter what they tell you, this ain't the kind of place you can belong to. It's nothing but hell with air conditioning. You're gonna have to grow a spine, get yours, and buy your life back. Do that, I'll be right here with you. Why? Why would you go that far? It's not just for you. We gotta balance our own account too. Besides, there's someone else just as pissed off as we are. Hey! Thank the goddess you made it in time. Yasir, you damn fool. How dare you leave me with a note? Dude, I catch me off guard every time. Luis, That exploitation you were talking about, do you think that would have just ended with your death? Why didn't you let me help you? We're friends, aren't we? Well, the players are all here. Yep, and now it's time to plan. Group and Louis... It's not Luis, it's Louis, I think. Louis began gathering information once more. When they finished making their preparations, they called over their former client.
Hello, everyone. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Sorry to call you all the way out here.
No, this may be the best given my request. We won't have to worry about anyone overhearing us. You mentioned that you wanted to make your report in person. Did you have any luck finding Yasir?
Yeah, he's in the cab of the truck. Seems like he decided to take matters into his own hands.
Is that so? That makes things easier on me, then.
Huh?
I'm sorry to say we get these kinds of escapees every once in a while. It would be inconvenient if our practices were made public, so I always have to track them down and bring them back. They forget how much I do for them. These stray dogs should just be thankful I even give them a job. Well, thanks for finding him before it became a whole thing. You guys are even better than the rumors say. Can I leave the cleanup to you all as well? With that, I leave the rest to you. I'm counting on you.
That's what he really meant. I suppose he wasn't lying about wanting things resolved without a fuss. So the whole 4SPG was just to help this guy hide his shady business.
Huh? What are you talking about?
President.
You? What? Didn't you say he was dead in the delivery truck?
That's not what I said. I said he decided to take matters into his own hands. Evidence of everything from Nelkin Transport's illegal hiring practices to their rampant exploitation is right here.
What?
Turns out there were a lot of other people in the industry who were concerned about the way your employees work. I used my contacts at Anchorville Transport to gather plenty of proof. We have all the data from the company T-Phones too. That should be ample evidence of the excessive workload you forced on us. And just for good measure, we hacked some of the Nelkin Transport's internal data you've been trying to cover up. All we have to do is show this to the right people, and your company is finished. Your security was so lax, it was almost boring. We analyzed and restored everything, including your encrypted data and everything you deleted.
What's going on here? Why are you helping out this stray dog? Weren't you supposed to solve any problems, no matter the circumstances, as long as you get paid? Is that what the Spriggan does?
What are you talking about? I don't know where you got that idea, but we don't operate on a scale of black, white, or gray. Taking on a request like this was a mistake. No way we'd tackle a 4 SPG as foul as this one. Now, it's time to negotiate. You've got 3 options. 1, completely revamp your company and develop a proper working environment and suitable compensation. 2, pay your employees what you owe them, plus additional compensation, and let them leave the company amicably. 3, do nothing and watch us hand this data over to the guild or police and let them crush you and your business. Personally, I'd recommend 1 or 2. Do those and I can hold off on reporting you for now. And trust me, that's way more of a break than you deserve. Consider it thanks for giving these people a place to go.
I think I'm going to pick option 4. Kill you and recover the data.
It's a lot of people you fit into that small car. Who are these guys? They're the guards who hang around the main office. Based on the way they'd move, I'd guess they're Jaeger dropouts. Can't believe this guy would go this far.
This is my insurance to make sure none of those wayward strays gets any idea. All right, you lot, do it.
Yes, sir. Well, looks like we'll have to shut him up ourselves. Yasir, Luis, please step back.
We'll take them all down.
Yeah, don't know how 8 people fit in that tiny car. We'll let them do their thing. And then we're probably just going to use Vandalizer Raid X. Doesn't quite kill, unfortunately. How about a Ceres Fantasia? There's another chance to get all 8 kills if you haven't got 8 kills at once. The octuple kill. We got it a while back, though.
How can this be?
Ew, that wasn't too much trouble. Huh. These chumps never stood a chance. Looks like it's over for now.
Eek, please stop.
Yasir? Don't. You're a real piece of work, President Nelkin. When you took me in, me, a Central Easterner with a record, you saved me. I was in your debt. That's why I begged them to give you a chance, a way to settle this. I can't believe I was such a fool. You got a choice here. You can either stop Yasir for law or don't stop Yasir for chaos. I have already maxed out chaos, so looks like we're stopping Yasir. It's the second time we've used our coin to shoot it out of his hand. Van. Made it. Though it was probably unnecessary. Wasn't any pressure on the trigger. You were never going to pull it, were you? Hey, don't worry about it. The fact that you stopped at the end is what's important. That's the difference between you and him. Yeah, this guy's not worth committing another crime over. I'm sure you're worried about your job, but remember, you've got me. Lewis. Right, thanks. Man, he really had me worried there for a moment. Guess you could say we finished the request. Afterward, Van and the crew called the Anchorville police and handed him over an unconscious Nelkin and his goons. They left everything else to the police, including the evidence of the company's exploitation. Yasir and the rest of the Nelkin Transport employees collectively agreed to cooperate with the investigation and face the music, coming clean about their criminal pasts or their illegal entry into the country. might be strange of me to say this, but thank you, all of you. Because of you, I got to help my friend out of a bad place. I'm truly grateful. No, it was you who's been Yasir's most important pillar of emotional support. It's because of you that he hesitated to take his own life, and that of someone else. I'm sure it meant the world to him to have someone reach out to him at his lowest moment. All I've ever done is chat with him at the logistics center. Isn't that what's most important? Yeah, sounds to me like what you would call a friend. Either way, I won't get to see Yasir for a while because of the investigation. He's probably in a real bind now that the company he worked for is gone, so I'll have to give him another hand. Maybe I'll try and introduce him to our recruiting office. That could help. Yeah, that's a nice idea. And if any trouble pops up, you guys can always put up a 4SPG. I'll be sure to let him know. A Spriggan, huh? Good luck with everything while you're in Anchorville.
All in a day's work.
Missing delivery man completed. We get Zemuria. And a little bit of law. Actually, a lot of law, a little bit of gray, a little bit of chaos, even though we're maxed. Okay, I think that about covers every place there is to see. And we've gone through most of the 4SPGs, too. No sign of those masked guys or the white replica. Right, they're still at large. Perhaps we ought to gather everyone together and discuss the matter. Yeah, I'm curious what Mom thinks. Let's head back to Chat Noir. And with that, guys, that is all of the 4SPGs completed. Now, we do still have a couple more things to do. We have some of those connection events I just showed off, as well as the Grim Garten, which we will be tackling in the next episode. I will see you guys then.